Hi everyone, it's Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're pulling out the Hobonichi and we are going to be working on another spread. So here I'm showing you all of the stickers that I put on the cover. So it's very full of stickers now and I'm loving it. But also I was trying to be cute. I've been trying to paint my nails again. So I worked hard painting my nails this morning and then I got in a complete fight with every single ink cartridge that I put into my printer. I don't know what I did, but I completely got ink all over myself. So I was showing you how my hands are so stained. I couldn't get it off with anything. So I think it's just going to have to work itself off of my skin. But anyway, I look a mess. But if you notice it, that's what happened. So we're going to be doing another 2-page Hobonichi spread today, just kind of talking about summer and some of the summer movies that I've watched and things like that. And as for my photos, I decided to go only with pictures from movies. So I went online and I found 3 photos, these really cute little Polaroids here that are like, I don't know, some sort of outtake-y Polaroids from Clueless that I've seen online before. And then also this adorable picture of Alicia Silverstone from Clueless, of course, and then one of the iconic photos from Jawbreaker when they are opening up the trunk. So those are 2 movies that I watched recently and I wanted to touch on, and I just loved all of these photos and all of the cute girls and all that kind of stuff. So I thought that I would go with that instead of actual photos like from my life. This is just kind of a summer recap kind of thing. So the last spread that I worked on was from the very beginning of July, and it was all about going on a trip with Will to Arkansas, to like Fayetteville and Eureka Springs and everything. So this spread is, of course, at the beginning-ish of August. It's the 8th whenever I did this. So I wanted to kind of fill in my Hobonichi with all of the things that I missed that I did not document in here from like the beginning of July until the beginning of August. That's kind of what my idea was. So of course, just like always, I put my washi tape down first, then I went with all of my larger photos. I printed all of those photos off on the white sticker paper that I use, which I will link below. And then I cut them out. I just fussy cut them out. I did put them all on the Photo Room app to take the background out. And I know there's a lot of different ways that you can do that, but I just prefer to do that with my Hobonichi, as I've mentioned every time, just because I like the background of my images to be white so that it kind of looks more like a vinyl sticker and I'm not having to cut around like a more busy background of the photo. So that's just like a little personal preference that I have. Then I got my pictures in place and I'm going through some of my sticker books and adding stickers on. So these stickers, all these random stickers that you're seeing here are from like Bando sticker books. So I will add those down below as well. If you want to take a look at some of them, there's a ton of them. So I'm going to link a few, but you can go on Amazon, you can look up the Bando sticker books. And I just think that they're really a good for Hobonichis. They're easy to peel off if you mess up. They have typically a ton of different images. A lot of times they have images from a lot of different artists. So you get like a big bang for your buck, I personally think. And I have several of the Bando sticker books and I love looking through them. Besides those, I used some really cute, just like little filler stickers that I got from my friend Ruby, and also just some little stars that I got from Hobby Lobby and a few other smaller stars that I'll add on later that just came from my sticker stash. So I went with, the classic easy line. I didn't want to have to look anything up, and I wanted something that was only just a few words. So I just went with as if for Clueless, of course. And I went ahead and stretched that over the both sides of the spread, which I'm going to do a couple times throughout this spread. But I like the way that looks. I always add on my large title first before I add in my journaling. And actually, I add on the title. I add a few other little doodles of some hearts and whatnot, and I do add a arrow at the bottom just for kind of visual interest right here. Well, as I was doing my journaling, I decided that I wanted to add on a quote later, and I end up fitting it, and it's all good. But it's a prime example of why I like to go ahead and take the time, look up my quotes, figure out what I'm going to do for my titles, because I did have to make it a lot smaller than I probably would have if I would have, went ahead and written it right now while I'm working on my titles. So you'll see that as we go, but it is just an example of trying to do these things in some sort of order so that I can fit everything on my spreads. So then, of course, I always go around it with my pen. I'm just using a regular old pen. I don't even know what this pen is. It's just kind of a regular pen that I have in my stash. It's not a gel pen because I don't want things to smear. But if you notice me kind of touching down on it, I was worried about a couple spots smearing, but luckily I was good. I'm going to stamp my date here in a few minutes as well, and that I'm going to use my stays on, which I always try to remember for projects like my Hobonichi because my regular Memento black ink has smeared in here before. Not very bad, luckily, but I'm always just trying to steer clear of that. I don't like a smear in my books, So after I get this going, I'm going to add a big color blob in the middle of the spread, just kind of for visual interest. I'm going to use this purple here and draw this. And I thought that I could do a list of all the movies that I've watched this summer here in the middle. So that's kind of my idea. So I'm going to color that in. And then I'm going to start placing all of my journaling around and get this spread taken care of. So anyways, while I'm doing that, we'll just chit chat for a minute. So hello, friends. Can y'all believe that it is already August and we're getting well into August, which I'm not complaining about. I'm very excited for the Burr months, if you will, September, October, November, and December, my favorite times of year. I'm going to let September have a slide in there because we do start seeing all of the October things. But really, we all know October, that's my favorite month of the year, and that's what I'm really living for right now is just getting to October. So I can't wait to fill that up with so many fall memories, and I can't wait to do a lot of fun things with my mom and with Will and all of the things. And, I just cannot wait. I'm eagerly awaiting those months. But alas, we are still in summer, and I am determined to still enjoy my summertime and try to find things that I specifically love about summer and document them. So here, even though Clueless and Jawbreaker, the two movies that I'm really documenting in this spread, neither one of them are a summer movie, but the bright colors, the fun, bright, like girly vibes, that's giving summer for me. And so that's kind of what I was going for this spread. And so you'll notice a lot of my stickers. I was trying to do kind of iconic stickers. I have a little like bralette at the top, the cat eye glasses, the boot, and the records, a lot of cute like little cherries and hearts, like very like feminine icons. And so that was kind of my vibe here along my spread. And that was just giving me kind of fun, flirty summer. So also one of the Bando, see, this is the reason why I love the Bando sticker books, because like this little sticker pack that I just used, it was randomly in there, and it's just these blobs of color. And I thought, okay, that's perfect. So I added on 4 different little color blobs, and it just gives something, it gives like a little bit of dimension and just something different that I was really liking. It also fills in a lot of those blank spots and just at least just adds a pop of color into the spot, which I really like. So here's where I'm going to quickly add on my journaling. So all of this is going to come together pretty fast because I don't make you like listen to all my journaling or watch me just do the same thing over and over. But I did just basically do a hello August, and I talked about mostly watching my summer movies because that's been something that's really got me through the summer and made me really excited for summer. So I have mentioned a lot of these movies many times throughout my different projects, but y'all know I've been watching more movies, and I think here I had like 13 movies that I watched, but I think I get up to like 15 maybe, and I also think that I might have forgotten one, but I don't really care. But I've watched a lot of movies this summer, a lot of them specifically summer themed, like a lot of those nostalgic summer movies, as I've mentioned in other videos. So that's been really fun, but also just movies in general, and they've just made me really happy right now. And I've just had a big movie watching month, both in July and the beginning of August. So that's been pretty cool. So I did have a little bit of extra space here on this little color blob with my movie list. So I added a few other stickers. I found this cute movie night like little ticket, and I have that on there for a little bit, but I end up changing it. I just felt like it was very like, I don't know, it had the sharp lines of the movie ticket, and I didn't love that part. I kind of wish I could have fit it onto a different part of my spread, but I didn't end up doing that. But I really like the sticker that I end up putting in its place, so it's all good, but that's kind of the idea of what you're going to see. But it just didn't fit right there for me. I wanted something a little more loopy and a little more like this heart right here that says ladies. I thought, okay, that's perfect. It just fills in that space better. It feels better in the space for me, and I like how it overlaps the purple blob. So then I also added a little bit of this very, very thin washi that I have that's just little colorful circles. So I added that in as well. Then I'm adding on a bit more journaling here. And this I titled The Best. And I really just went through some of my favorite moments to catch up my Hobonichi journaling with some of the things that happened, like I said, throughout this past month from July to August. So I talked about getting to go to Target and coffee dates with my mom a lot. I talked about getting to see Casey and Mickey and Andy a ton. I talked about a couple movie nights with Will, including when we went to the movies to see Jurassic World, and also going to the movies with my girlfriends to see the new I Know What You Did Last Summer. And then me and Will had a really fun Saturday morning a couple weeks ago where we went to get coffee, and we woke up early and we drove around our little town, and it was just so nice and cozy and fun. So I wanted to definitely touch on that as well. Up here at the top, of course, I had to do a kitty update. So no pictures of the kitties on this one, but I still wanted to talk about it a little bit and give a bit of an update because I did an entire spread a couple months ago or whatever, a couple spreads back, all about the kitties. So I thought I would give a quick update. And then this last one is about some of the things that I'm hoping to fit in to this last like month and a half of summer. So that includes a quick little one-nighter trip with Will, going to the farmer's market with my mom, more movie nights, hopefully at the theater and at home, things like that. I can't remember everything I put, finishing my summer junk journal, different things like that that I want to do to finish up the month. So I got the majority of my journaling done here. And for that little bottom part, I was kind of wanting to change it up. That's why I didn't add any more journaling. I was like, okay, maybe I can do something else here. So just to like have a little barrier, I added another piece of that really skinny washi with the little circles. And this is where I decided that I would add another quote. So I was trying to look up quotes from Jawbreaker, and I wanted this specific quote. And I was thinking it was pretty short, but it was actually longer than I thought. But I was able to fit it. It says, "Take a long, hard look in the mirror, girls. It's beauty time." So that's what I wanted to put there. And it ends up being pretty small, but I think it ends up looking fine in the end. And I don't really think that you would necessarily know that it was an afterthought. So I pop it on, I outline the whole thing there, and then I have a cute little quote at the bottom. And that is something that I do typically enjoy, is to add my large quote and then some other element, a smaller quote or something where you can bring the larger like handwriting font down to the bottom somewhere. So I'm glad that I did that. And then here for the last little minute or so of the video, I'm really just going to be placing down more of these cute little stickers. So I'm going to grab some of these adorable icon stickers and place those around. And then I grab out a few of my new, smaller, silver or kind of holographic silvery stars, and I'm going to place those around as well just to do the little finishing touches, and then we will be done with this one. So the Hobonichi is just so much fun. I'm again just enjoying the chill vibes of my just grid notebook where I can just easily pull it out whenever I want to. And I do wish that I would work on it more than once a month, but it has been a joy to work on it now. I don't ever dread it or think, oh gosh, I have to do another Hobonichi spread. And that's just how I was feeling. I think I was just burnt out and I had too many projects going on. So now I think I have a really nice mix of, working on it whenever I feel like it and really enjoying it whenever I'm doing it. So these are the cute new tiny stars that I recently grabbed, which I'm loving. So I'm going to pop those into place, and then I'll give you a quick, like up close little view of this Hobonichi spread, and then we will call this one done. So I hope that you guys are enjoying these last bits of summer. You'll have to let me know if you have any other things that you are looking forward to finish off the season. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a like, and please also consider subscribing. And of course, I will be back at you super soon with more fun videos. Have a great day, friends. Talk to you later. Bye, y'all.